Hi guys, so I've had about 300 odd people make inquiries in the last 24 hours about a product that I spoke about. Just did one post on, and so this video is an attempt to get as much information as quickly as possible about the product. So I'm going to explain a bit about the background, where it's come from, a bit about what it does. And actually, there's two products. One is topical, which is what I did the post about a burn 10 days before. When you see the burn, and then 10 days later after it's been treated, and it's completely repaired. But this product does a massive range of different things, almost anything you can think of. So I'm going to come to that, but before I do, let me give a bit of background, explain what it is, its history, because it's really interesting and helpful to understand. There's nothing else on the planet like this product. It's a one of a kind. It also pretty much can't be copied, so this is it. It's only this. So if in your head you're thinking, oh, it's similar to this or that, no, it's not. It's like nothing else that's out there. So anyway, I'll get to what it does, but before I do, let me give you that little quick history overview. So it goes all the way back to World War One, and the product was originally created as a request from the elites that they wanted protection from certain things that were going on. They wanted some help, and they put their scientists on it. Okay, so this story is over decades, and I'm going to summarize it all the way down. So what the scientists did was they started off looking at all the world's plants known to have healing properties. So they went through all of them, and they whittled it down to just 44. I say just 44, it's still a lot, but 44 of what they felt were the strongest, best healing plants that exist. Once they did that, they then started to work on finding out what were the special compounds, the active ingredients that were doing the work of these plants, and they did that. Then began the process of trying to put them together, which is very complicated, because you can put two compounds together that are both awesome in their self, and they might counteract each other and nullify each other, weaken each other, or etc. So you need to put them together in such a way that they actually help each other rather than limit each other's ability. So that was the really complex work, and they went through, I can't remember the numbers, 1.5 million odd combinations before they eventually got to the combination which is now used. And they used quantum scientists and all sorts of complex stuff to end up with the product as it is today. It's so complex, even if you've got all the ingredients, you can't backward re-engineer it. In fact, the Chinese have tried to do that, spent 10 years working on it, failed. That's why there's no other products like it, and it can't be copied. It's just so complicated. So even when you've got the ingredients, there's so many combinations, and then the ratios and all sorts of stuff. So very, very complex. So anyway, you ended up with a product that the elites then have been using for a long time. Then someone who discovered it, found out that people were using it, and the results it was getting were blown away by it, and they wanted to get it to the masses, which has been a very challenging task, in part because the price was outrageously expensive. They had to get the price down. So anyway, they began that process. It began by going through doctors, and so only doctors, no, not just medical doctors, but doctors, chiropractors, that kind of people have been using it and recommending it to their clients for the last number of years, and that's worked very well. Price still expensive. We're still talking like $500 for a little bottle of the lotion, for example. So then they tried to get it to the masses through QVC and stuff like that. So QVC in particular, they took it to the buyers, loved it, wanted to get behind it, were all set to do so, and then it got quashed. Why? Because they were threatened with being sued by the various other skincare companies that realized that this one little potion replaced everything that they offer. So they might have 5, 6, 7 different lotions that you do I don't even know what they do. Hydrate, exfoliate, tone, whatever, all these different things, all unnecessary. Once you use this, it replaces all of them, even sunscreen. unnecessary once you're using this. So they threatened to sue QVC. QVC pulled out. So the story then moves on to, okay, how do we get it to the masses then? And that's when it's come to networking. And that's why you hear me speaking to you, because that's how I found out about it, through word of mouth networking. So that's where we're at now in terms of the background and the story. So what does this product do? And it's almost easier to say what it doesn't do. So I'm going to talk about the lotion, just because that was what my post was about. The internal spray does even more than the lotion, but you don't see it as quickly because it's internal. Whereas the lotion is being on the skin, you get to see it much quicker. So in some ways the lotion is easier to see. We've got cases where, for example, there's a heart surgeon that uses this as part of his surgery. He will literally put the lotion on the heart after he's done the surgery inside the body, because of the results that he gets in terms of healing and what have you when he does that. There's a plastic surgeon, there's a bunch of them, but there's a plastic surgeon that doesn't ever do surgery without using this cream, and the result, no scarring. So you saw the burn example. So it was originally created for burns. It's created for repairing the skin, the lotion, and it can heal a 3rd-degree burn down to the bone without scarring. It's unbelievable. And it does that by creating stem cells. Well, the body creates the stem cells, but it causes the body to make more stem cells, and those stem cells, if you know anything about stem cells, can help repair almost anything. In fact, there's a woman that had a finger bit off the nail, the whole nail, so her finger was now 25% shorter, whatever. She used the cream to help with the healing. Now, obviously, you can't regrow a finger, so she didn't regrow a finger, but the finger healed very well. But here's the really, really weird thing: is that after her finger healed, she grew a new nail on the new end of a finger, like where there's never been a nail. It's now the end of a finger. She grew crazy stuff like this. There's people with COPD, advanced in hospital on oxygen and all the rest of it. And this is the internal though, but reversing COPD, the big C letter, the reversing all these kind of things, like skin issues like eczema and psoriasis and weird rashes and weird bumps and wounds, and even diabetic wounds, all of these kind of things being healed. Type 2 diabetes being reversed, the damage done by type 2 diabetes. In fact, that's how one of the first things that I heard about from one of my actual own people. So some of what I'm telling you now is stories that have happened to people that I don't necessarily personally know. Here's a quick story from somebody that I personally know who contacted me. He's a diabetic. His vision was getting attacked, as many diabetics do. He was told that that putting it on the eyelids could help his eyesight, so he did. So it was actually not the topical. He was using the spray. So he's putting it on his eyelids, and he called me to say, he messaged me to say his eyesight had been restored. So this stuff is doing amazing things. And the price now, even though the doctors are still selling the lotion at $500, the price now is as inexpensive as $49. You can get the lotion. I don't know what, massive motorbike going past me. There you go, I'll show you. This is where I am. This is where I'm celebrating Christmas with the family here at a friend's apartment. Anyway, so so he used the internal. So the internal, like I say, is doing very many of the same things inside the body. It's cleaning the blood, cleaning the lymph. It's actually increasing telomeres by such a large amount that the biological age is adding 20 years to life. It's unbelievable what this stuff is doing. So I'm a little frustrated because I've just come back from the US where I went to get a few things, and I can't get it here in Brazil. So I've got to come back to the US, or maybe UK. Although it's not directly available in the UK, we have to have it shipped, so there's complications. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So what this stuff is doing, and like I say, is amazing, increasing telomeres, increasing stem cells, fixing all kinds of unfixable stuff, or fixing it better, we getting rid of scars. It does scars especially best to do when you actually do the damage. It will reduce scars, but it depends on how old they are and how deep they are and so on and so on, stretch marks and scars and all that kind of stuff. So like I say, this stuff is staggering. I'm highly recommend people try it. You can, as a customer, you can try it from $49 for the cream, and then for the other you can that's $79. So just get in touch and I will be happy to send you a link. I've created a group to make it easier to share information than trying to one-on-one all these hundreds of people. So if you want to ask me for the link to the group, I'm happy to send you that, and you can just join the group, where I plan on putting a lot more information over time. But like I say, right this minute I'm away, I've got no computer, I haven't even got a working laptop, my charger's broken or something for the laptop, so I'm just working off a phone. Now there are some people who are interested in the business side of things, sharing it, helping people, making an income, and I know there's a load of you that have asked for information I haven't got back to you. If you're one of those people, please message me and I'll prioritize you, the people that message me, rather than the people that have just asked on my page. I've had so many, I just can't keep up. So if you're really interested in the business side of things, just message me. Now if you are given this video from somebody else, like Stacy or Erica or somebody, then message them if it's them that's giving it you. But anyway, just so you know, it's only available directly from the company in the US. We can get it into other countries, but we have to ship it into the US first and then reship, just to make that clear for people as well. All right, happy Christmas, God bless everybody. We'll be putting more information out. Bye bye.